Hello, everybody. Good to be here. On my way down here tonight, seen a guy on the side of the road. I pulled over to see if he needed help. He had 3 eyes, no arms, 1 leg. I says to him, I see you're harmless. Hop on in. This company was conducting an interview for a job opening. These 3 guys show up. The owner of the company was conducting the interview, and he told the interviewees that this position requires the powers of astute observation. He brings these guys into the room for the interview one at a time, and he explains to them that it's important that they pay attention to detail, and he wants to see a demonstration of their powers of astute observation. Please, sir, demonstrate this to me. First guy says, "You don't have no friggin' ears." Guy got offended with that and kicked him out of the office. Calls in the next guy. "Please, sir, show me you possess the powers of astute observation." Guy says, "You don't have any ears." Guy got offended and kicks him out of the office. Calls in the third guy. Gives him a shot at the interview. Says, "Please, sir, show me you have the powers of astute observation." Man says, "You're wearing contacts." Guy says, "That's brilliant. How did you come to that conclusion?" He said, "Because if you had any friggin' ears, you'd be wearing glasses." I couldn't sleep last night. They told me to count sheep. I drove around all friggin' night. I couldn't find no sheep. This guy had a gorilla stuck in his tree, and he needed to get rid of it. You can't have a gorilla in your tree. So he called the animal control people. They says, "No, we don't do that." So he called the zoo. They said, "No, we don't do that." He called another guy, and the guy says, "I can take care of this for you. We do that." So the guy shows up at his door with a Doberman, a shotgun, and a pair of handcuffs. And he tells the guy, "Come take me to the gorilla, I want to see him." So they take him to the tree, and they're standing, the 2 of them are standing underneath the tree. And the guy said, "Well, what are we going to do with all this?" The truck has a big cage on the back. The guy with all this equipment says, "Look, I'm going to go up in the tree. I'm going to shake that tree. The gorilla falls out of the tree. He's highly trained. He's going to bite the gorilla on the crotch. The gorilla is going to reach down. You slap the cuffs on him. I'll take him away." Guy says, "Okay, I follow you so far, but what's with the shotgun?" He goes, "If I fall out of the tree, you shoot the dog." His car is going down the road. It's following a farm truck. Farm truck hits a bump. Pig falls out of the back. They pull over to pick up the pig, and they go racing down the road to catch up to this farm truck. Cop sees them, pulls them over, and says, "What's going on?" So they explain the story. They're trying to catch up to the farmer. Cop says to him, "Take him to the zoo." So the next day, the cop is out there on patrol, and he sees the same car driving past. Now it's got the pig in the back seat wearing a baseball cap. The cop says, I gotta see what's going on here. So he pulls them over and says, you two again. I thought I told you to take him to the zoo. They said, well, we did. We had such a good time. We're gonna take him to the ball game today. I played bagpipes. And this priest asked me if I would perform at a man's funeral who just recently passed away, who has no friends and family, a man he had ministered at the soup kitchen. I told him, yes, I will do this. And he gave me a description where the procession was going to be and where the cemetery is. I drove around looking for it. It was somewhere in the backwoods. I drove around for hours. I finally found in the forest a clearing where there was an excavator, open earth, a big pile of dirt. I ran over there with my bagpipes, and by the time I got there, everybody was gone. The minister and the procession. I made a commitment that I would play bagpipes to this man, and I did that. In the distance, a short distance away, there were 3 or 4 workers. The workers who had dug the grave, and looking down in the hole, I could see there was a concrete cover. Everybody was gone. They already put the cover on this grave. So I followed through with my commitment, and I played Amazing Grace. I played that song like I never played it before. As if to petition the Lord to open your kingdom up to this man. There's good in everybody. Certainly you can welcome this man up into your kingdom of heaven. By now the workers who were sitting under that tree came and stood around the opening. They cried, I cried. By the end of the song, I just gathered up my bagpipes and started heading back to the car. Although my head was hung low, my heart was full. I fulfilled my obligation, and I felt good for that. I just hope that some good came of it. Me and those gentlemen never spoke. As I approached my car in the distance, I could hear one of them say, man, I've never seen nothing like this before in my life. In the 20 years I've been putting in septic tanks. I'm Joey Canoli. Thanks for laughing.